Hello, Manny. Want to give you a visual update on your engine and what's going on with it. As you may recall, we said we're going to replace all your timing sprockets because they're so worn down, all four of them. And this is an example of what a new one looks like. And remember, these are sprockets because they have a chain that connects them, and they're not gears. They don't mesh together. They have a chain that connects them. So can you see the difference in the teeth right here? See how sharp these teeth are, and these are squared off. Also, the valley down here is worn, so you're getting new sprockets all the way around, plus a new chain. As we showed you before, the main bearings are severely oxidized. They're not supposed to look like that. Also, we're going to get new stainless steel freeze plugs. They're called freeze plugs, but that's not really what they are. They're core plugs, but people call them freeze plugs. They don't have anything to do with keeping the block from freezing and cracking. Not a thing to do with that, but that's what they're called. They're actually the way the access to how the methodology of pouring and casting the block. Crankshaft is going to go off to the crankshaft grinder. You were here and you saw how the crank, how scored up it was. Now then, the cylinder head, the heart of this operation. Let's make some room here. Let's get on the other side. How about that? All right, your poor cylinder head has seen better days. Now then, the biggest problem is it's warped. It was warped to begin when the first people worked on it, or the last people worked on it, and it's still warped and in all the wrong places. So what we have here is a precision Starrett straight edge, and this is how we tell things are warped. And let's see if we can, I'll get the camera down to where you can see. All right. See if you can, let's get a flashlight on the other side so you can see the light coming through. See the light coming through? It's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to have light coming through on the other side like that. And the reason for that is because it's warped. Another way to tell it's warped, I didn't get your valve cover from your engine yet. You haven't brought it over to me yet, but I'm going to put another valve cover on here. And this thing's supposed to sit flat on here, but it doesn't. See it moving? See it rocking? It's not supposed to do that. That's because people that worked on your cylinder head did not know what they're doing, and they almost ruined it. We'll do our best to salvage it. Okay, let's turn around here. All right. The cylinder head has a maximum thickness and a minimum thickness. The original thickness is 3 inches, 346. I forgot to write on there minimum, which is 3 inches, 306. It means you subtract 46 from 06 from 46, and you have 40 thousandths material that can be removed from the cylinder head. But you have to make sure the cylinder head is flat before you remove any material, and that was not done. That's why this side is warped and this side is straight. But the problem becomes we need to do a valve job, and you can see your engine at one time ingested some debris inside here, and that's another thing that we couldn't understand. People were going to reuse these pistons after the engine had ingested some sort of debris. All right, the problem is we have a minimum thickness of 306. And right now the cylinder head, since it was milled, warped, it has different thicknesses. So it's 312 right here, 321 right here, 335 right here, 326, 312 over here, 319. So right here 312 is and this other end are the thin spots, because the way this thing warps, it warps curving up like this. So what happens is people shave material off of each end to where you get down to the center, and then everything is flat, except it's crooked on this side. And that's what happens. It's bowed, and so they start chopping here and chopping here and chopping here until it flattens out. Well, these ends get thin. And at 312, that is just 6 thousandths thicker than minimum specifications. 6 thousandths is the thickness of 3 normal human hairs. So there's not much leeway left here in terms of getting this thing to where it's gonna we can work with it, but we're gonna do our best. Haven't even taken it apart yet, but whoever was in here last did not do you any favors, and we gotta see if this. See, we got. I'll get the head gasket out here, and we have to look to see where we've got imperfections that's going to affect the head gasket. So we get the head gasket out here, and let's trace around here, around here, around here, because the head gasket's got to seal at these points. Actually has to seal all the way around here, of course. So we got to make sure we've got good material. Let's see what we got. So right on the ragged edge right here of a defect, of a dent. So right on the ragged edge here, but I think this will, the head surface we can work with, but it's going to be very, very tight. And the problem becomes you have a different thickness here, different thickness here, and that translates to, let's go over here, let's flip it over again, and we know this surface here is crooked. Well, the problem becomes you've got to mount your camshaft up here with 3 towers. You go here, here, and here, and those 3 towers and this camshaft are supposed to be straight. Well, right now you've got a warpage set so warped. This head is so warped so that if the camshaft gets bolted down, it's going to hang up. It's not even going to turn. So we got to figure out what to do there. We're going to see if we can shim the cam towers and do our best to make that happen. Right now your block is at the machine shop with new pistons. These pistons that came out were worn, and the previous people that did the machine work honed the block to re-accept these same pistons, and except the clearances were all off the chart once they did the honing and the machine work, which is not the way to enter the bonus round. And of course we need to pull this off and replace this. You can't have a bent water outlet like that for your cooling system. So I just want to give you an update on what's going on, and we're going to fight this cylinder head, and we'll see if we can't salvage it. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention. As I say, you still owe us a valve cover, an exhaust header, the thing that bolts up to the cylinder head, the exhaust, the intake for carburetors, and the carburetors themselves. So there's a lot of parts that are missing. So see if you can dig those up for us. Thanks.